Life is an adventure, or at least it should be. People come to us at the Institute of Practical Learning for many, many reasons. Sometimes they've been told they've got to do it by their new employer. Other times they are recommended to watch us, and sometimes people just get lucky and discover us by accident because we don't advertise, we're not for profit, we don't charge any fees. So if you have stumbled across us, you are very, very welcome. Now, this particular section of the Institute of Practical Learning Golden Path is to do with coaching of a young person who came to us because they were concerned about their future. They'd studied at school and passed some exams. They were interviewing for, I'll give them a name, it was Corbin. So Corbin was interviewing at universities and so on, and it wasn't really fitting in with what he wanted to do with his life. So he knew that we had skills in training people to find their own purpose and kit themselves up and be ready for the world of work. And we saw an opportunity to take that young person and use him as an example to produce an online real coaching video course that anybody could follow and by example learn all the vital soft skills necessary to succeed in business and some of the basic business skills, some of the psychology, and basically cross the bridge from being a young person and university and things like that to actually what it's really like in the world of work. Now, when you're coaching somebody, you have to put them on the spot a bit sometimes. It's not a gentle process always, and it's not about telling them facts, and it's not about pushing opinions at them. It's all about a dialogue with that person and discovering their needs and wants. So we thought we'd do that with Corbin as an example. Now, he wanted to find what he wanted to do with his future. You may be at a stage where you want to get into a particular college, or you may be working for a company and not being appreciated for your capabilities. There's a whole range of reasons why you might like to learn what's called people skills or soft skills. So you have now found exactly the right place to do that. The Soft Skills Quest, or Soft Skills Excellence, has had a few different names as it's evolved. This particular session is to do with the Corbin Dialogues. We used to call it that, TCD, and then that evolved into Interview Ninja, and then Quest for Success, and finally it's finished up as Soft Skills Excellence or Quest for Soft Skills Excellence. It doesn't really matter. The bottom line is you want to be able to cope with a very, very uncertain future, and you want to be able to transition and earn a better living. So this soft skills quest is all about you finding out what you need to do to earn a better living and achieve what's called work-life balance. There are only three certainties in life, as we all face an uncertain future. Generally speaking, people say the only three things you can be sure of are death and taxes and behavior, because none of those seem to ever go away. Nobody's conquered death yet. A lot of people get employment working in health and pharmaceuticals and so on. Taxes, there's an awful lot of jobs to do with money, making it, saving it, counting it, all that sort of thing. But there's very little training goes on in academia, and not as much training as there should be in business even, on human behavior. And that is where we specialize. So some people say, well, That doesn't happen because you can't learn behavior in any way other than by experience. But that isn't correct. We have taught thousands of people how to be far better in terms of their behavior in business especially. And an awful lot of it's, well, across all countries of the world pretty well. We've had some of our consultants have worked in emerging markets, some of them America, some of them Europe. I've personally worked in 23 different countries. So we're all over the place. We're meeting all sorts of people. We've been doing it for years. And I think it's fair to say we've learned an awful lot about what matters and what you need to know. So in this soft skills quest, we've put it all together there. You can see Corbin being coached along a golden path. It's really a course about a hero's journey. He's the hero by example, but you hopefully are going to be a hero yourself. You are going to get your act together, use Corbin as an example, and as you watch each step, follow the advice we try to give you, make notes, start to practice, learn the 3 fundamental areas of managing yourself, managing others, and managing situations. And if you can get on top of those 3 things, manage yourself, manage others, manage situations, you will be ready for any interview you happen to have. You'll be ready for any appraisal in business. And in fact, you'll be ready for some of the hard knocks that sometimes happen in business. I mean, it just so happens that today, as I'm talking to you, the chief executive of ChatGPT, which is a company that's been a leader in artificial intelligence, and he's been a superstar as far as artificial intelligence. And this morning, he just got sacked by his company, or let go, as they call it in America. So he's now facing an uncertain world. But I'm absolutely sure he's clever enough, well enough informed, and especially he's really, really good at presenting. His presence and his presentations are very good. He could show people and be a leader in pretty well any topic. It so happens it's artificial intelligence, but I'm quite sure that his future is bright, and hopefully your future is bright. And the way to make sure of that is go through the playlists, use them in your own time, enjoy doing it. Life should not be an ordeal. Be confident that everything you need to know is there. We've put them into 11 playlists and hopefully even links, and those playlists cover 86 steps. And there are other parts on the Institute of Practical Learning website which are complementary and took place before or during those 86 steps that Corbin was experiencing. So you can learn from all of it, and you can prepare for your own future. If you look ahead right now, today, what's going to happen in the world in the next 3 months, or 3 years, or 30 years? And the bottom line is, nobody knows. What with things like climate change and, there's so many factors, it's not much point in me listing. Bottom line, it is an uncertain future that we're all facing, and you want to be ready for that future. You want to be employable. And if you put yourself through this course and learn soft skills, you will be ready. You will genuinely be able to face life, enjoy finding new opportunities, and party on, because that's what it's all about. Enjoy it, watch it, do it your way.